We are back. So those of you guys who are following along, you know, the last video I had was the breakup. Yo, I found somebody new, somebody better, somebody who understands me. So, yo, let me go back a little bit. Yo, if you're in Toronto or if you're in Ontario or if you're in a cold climate country, you know, February, even though it's kind of been particularly warm this year, it's cold today. And in the garage gym, one of the cons sometimes having a garage gym is it could be a little, if you're not working out in it and you're just talking like how I'm doing this kind of talking head video right now, it could get a little cold. So pardon me for the ambient noise for the heater in the background. But back to our regularly scheduled program. What I want to talk to you guys about today specifically is my favorite treadmill. My favorite treadmill I've ever had. Okay, I'm throwing shade at the X right now, but you remember my last video, like I said, it was the breakup video, it was the assault runner. That was good for a time, it was cool, but I needed something that was more reliable, something that would help me get through the months and months of marathon prep, the months of building Ironman. I'm not a runner, I just run a lot, but all of that to persevere, to be exactly what I need it to be. And I found it. I found it. It's right over my shoulder. Hold on. The unveiling. This is the Matrix T75. This is not a paid advertisement. I want to make sure and be clear. You know what I mean? Like, shout out to Matrix, shout out to, you know, the place I got it from. I won't even say the name, but like, listen, this is not a paid advertisement. This is an independent review. If you're like me and you're like, yo, what treadmill should I get? I've been looking, I've been scouring, I've been seeing all these marketing dollars behind one particular brand. It almost got me because I was looking it up. I was looking it up on YouTube as well. Yo, best treadmills of 2023, best treadmills of 2024. I couldn't find it, so I had to do an even deeper dive, looking at all these reviews online, trying to like see past the minutia, right? And get really to the nitty gritty of what I needed to do. So I don't want to make this video super long, but it probably will be, so buckle up, right? Now this treadmill, like I said, the Matrix T75, it depends what you're using it for, right? Let me go through the competitors in the realm of what I was looking for. So originally I was looking at the Nordic Track, the 1750, the 2450, their big boy, forgetting the name of that one, but you know, the one that has the crazy, like almost 20% incline. I was looking at all of those. And then, you know, I went to the store, tried it out. Wasn't super impressed. Everything was kind of moving. The warranty situation was crazy on those. Like, I'm talking like final sale type things. I'm like, no. And unfortunately, I don't want to call a foreign country for customer service when I'm in, you know, what's considered a first world country. I just want to be able to, if anything goes wrong, I could hit somebody and they could come and repair it, service it, whatever have you. Anything else is uncivilized. So I'm trying my best not to have any issues in the long term. So the warranty and how they went about, you know, taking care of their machines was a huge factor. So Nordic Track was up there. I'm just going to throw out Peloton. Peloton, I know what their stock is doing. I know they're essentially giving away bikes, but I know they had a pretty good treadmill. So I said, let me see what their treadmill. I kind of like the tech. I like the design. I'm not gonna lie, the aesthetic kind of had something to do with it, but the function is always far superseding. But I looked at a lot of those things and I'm like, Nordic Track, Peloton, the Peloton. Let me tell you just a quick bit about the Peloton. You're locked in to that particular infrastructure. You can't do, it's a beautiful screen, beautiful aesthetic, but if you're not interested in buying the membership, it's probably not the treadmill for you. And I realized that with a theme, with the Nordic Track and with the Peloton, both of those require memberships in order to really get the out of the treadmill. Even though the warranty situation was horrible with Nordic Track and the Peloton, I'm sure it was okay, but who knows? I don't know if they're gonna be around in 2 years or not. I'm just saying, like, you're giving away bikes right now. I don't know. I just want to be able to, in 5 years, something's up, I can have somebody to call to come check it out, fix it. Anyway, I was able to test out a brand, like I said, that stands by it, lifetime warranty on frame, lifetime warranty on the motor, and like servicing parts for like 5, 6, 7 years. So that sold me right away. The only thing was the price point. The price point is a little higher. This treadmill right here, I'm gonna get on. I'm gonna show you guys how it works. I'm gonna show you the functions, all that. This treadmill right here this is steel, right? So for a bigger guy, I'm not a runner, I just run a lot. This treadmill comes in clutch because sometimes that's intimidating. Sometimes you get on a treadmill and you're like, I don't know if it can hold 200 plus running, fast, slow, whatever. What's gonna happen a year from now? This guy, I believe in. Like I brought this in solo dolo, like put it on the back of my pickup truck, somehow got it into the garage gym. It's over like, I don't know, it weighs a lot. It weighs a lot, and it required me getting real creative with the weights. I was gonna get that giant box inside here, so I had to think like, what would the Egyptians do? I had to figure out, I got these foam rollers, I got the Swiss ball, somehow I was gonna, and I figured it out. But anyway, it's in here now. This treadmill can hold a weight capacity of 400 pounds. Those other treadmills I mentioned were all like 300, right? Not that anybody 400 pounds is necessarily getting on it, but it gives you that certainty that, wait a second, if it could hold 400 pounds, it could definitely hold me. And like, it's so stable, it's so structurally sound, if you will. But that's not the real gist of this treadmill. I'm gonna have to walk you over. So if the camera jiggles a little bit, let me just situate this as best that you can see this, at least from this perspective. Now, let me hop on and make sure you guys can see. Okay, so this screen, NordTrack has a screen, Peloton has a screen. This screen is an Android-built system. Now, I can touch everything. It's perfectly C-lines touching. However, you're not locked into anything. If I wanted to go on to Netflix while I'm on here, I could do that. Didn't know I could do that before. Instagram, YouTube, Facebook. There's a whole bunch of apps, right? If you wanted to, you could connect your whatever your cable provider is right to the HDMI in the back here, and you could watch TV on your treadmill as you're working out. That's super cool. Like, and hold on, let me tell you, if you're like into the whole subscription thing, you really dig iFit, not a paid sponsorship by any means. You're like, oh, I want to use it. It has iFit right here, so you can actually use NordicTrack's the best of NordicTrack right here on this particular treadmill. Now, do you need to? Not so much, because it actually has something called Virtual Active that's built in, so you can go through all parts of North America and do like the virtual checking of like trails and all that. And it's a smart treadmill. It does all the vertical oscillations as you would. So, sorry, I forgot to mention, the incline for this treadmill maxes out at, I believe it's 15%, and then also you got a super fast speed of, I believe it's 12.5, right? So you might, there's very few people that are going to be able to maintain those sprints for a long period of time, but I'm just saying. Now, there are so many features. I don't want to get bogged down to all the features because there's like a whole segment like Sprint 8, Virtual Active, THR Incline, Calorie Burn, and you can integrate it to yourself. So when I say that, you could have a separate profile, right, just for you, so it kind of keeps a calendar of how often you've been using it. So I got a little streak going here for February. I don't know if you can see that. All those white dates are days I've been using. I don't trip. I'm always on here. But like for me, living in Canada, you don't always want to run in the snow. You don't always run in the ice. You need something that's reliable, old faithful. This is what I was talking about. So what I like that's so cool, it has the buttons right here. So I don't know if you guys can see that. I'm hoping you can see. I'm trying to take a, okay. So you got your start button right here. If you want the basic code, I got children, so I just want to make sure they're not accessing this or getting in trouble, right? So you can start. You got the incline buttons here. You've got the speed buttons here, right? And you can start your walk, right? Start your walk, start your run, right? I'm going up on my incline now. I just love these soft touch buttons, but you can also do this off of the screen, right? So if you say, dang, 7.5, I want to go back down to 2.0, you can put it in that way, or you can just manually tap it down right there or here. But depending on how fast you're going, how comfortable you are in the treadmill, there's different parts that you could do some of the same functions that I find super cool. Now, I really want you guys to understand, like, this treadmill, for sure for me, is my favorite treadmill. I haven't had a treadmill ever that could do all of these things that makes running, walking inclines, whatever you're doing on the treadmill, that much more pleasurable, okay? Now, it tracks everything. You're asking maybe heart rate monitor connection. Of course, it has all of that. Let me bring you guys back a little bit, just so you could see from a distance, right? You've got the heart rate monitor things, but you know these things are meh anyway. But you can attach your heart rate monitor strap right up to it. It has an easy connection feature for just connecting your heart rate to it. I'm trying to think of all the things that you'd wanna, I'm going through my notes in my head. Now, you wanna see what this looks like with somebody larger running on it? For sure, let me show you. So same thing, you go back to the quick touch features. I put in my little safety code. You can turn that off if you want. If you want to go a little faster right away, it always starts off at 0.5 when you press go, right? But you can change that. That's easily changed, but I'm just gonna go up to a little faster just so you can see how this thing moves. The water bottle holders, of course, right? You can put your phone right here. I'll show you. Right? I mean, it's pretty stable to me. Right? Where these bars are placed perfectly, if you need help to slow down, running a little fast. The deck is super wide. It's 22, I believe, 22 by 60. So you got enough space to run on and length if you're a taller person. Let me think about some of these features. You've got the safety attachment. I never use it, but it's here if you need it. Let me go through what it has also. I'm gonna bring you guys back a little closer so you can see what I'm talking about. Let's move the tripod a little bit. You guys hopefully can see that. There we go. Okay, check this out. It has Bluetooth. Of course, if you want to pair your heart rate monitor, if you want to pair your headphones or speakers, whatnot. But then also, if you're old school and you just want something to plug into, you could plug your headphones in here, you could plug your speaker in here. And also, let me grab my phone, because, you know, phones, you could place your phone right here. Place your phone right here. It doesn't budge. So that to me, you know, I love how you can still be able to do other things while you're running and doing, like, you know, a workout. Now of course you got the water bottle holders. I'm gonna show you just a couple. Bang, bang. Oh, you want 2 in 1? Bang. You could put four different water bottles on here, right? Depending on how far you're running the whole thing. Put your gels, whatever need be. Now, I want to talk about this because this to me is, if you're like me and you're really into tech and you're into running and working out, this is like a colliding of two worlds, right? Like, I'm just saying, like, if you want to watch a Netflix movie, a Netflix film, whatever, that's my default code. You could create your own code, whatever. It starts off slow. Pull up your show, whatever you want to watch. Right here. There you go. All touch screen. I mean, come on. What are we talking about? Can you do this on Nordic track? You can't do it on Nordic. Can you do this on Peloton? You can't do this. Dang, okay, so easy answer, right? And you can do all this while you're while you're working out, right? So you start, and you got the speakers. Oh, I forgot to mention the speakers. Okay, so you guys can hear me, right? Check this out, hold on. What? Full entertainment? While you're working out, hold on. If you wanna, let me turn that down, sorry. If you wanna get the full screen ratio, bang, you go full screen. You're immersed now while you're running and working out. Let me take you back a couple steps here. If you're like, okay, that's cool, I just want a treadmill that could do everything I need it to do, that's what this does, right? If you don't care about all the glitz and glam, there's so many other features I'm not talking about just yet, but I'll let you do some of the research. There's more detailed reviews online, but I haven't seen much about the T75. I want to give a quick shout out to Matrix for creating such a cool product with a standby warranty that I think is fantastic for anybody who's looking for something for their home gym, garage gym. Let me put it like this. Let me put you guys right back. Okay, sorry for all the movement. It's super low. Like my previous treadmill was a lot higher. So let's say you don't have all this clearance for height. You could put this inside and still be fairly low for when this goes up to its maximum incline. It's, like I said, it has iFit integrated, it has virtual active, it has Sprint 8, which is fantastic. I haven't talked about all the features, but I just want to give you guys a quick rundown on my new love, right? And that's the T75 Matrix. If you're looking for a treadmill, if you're looking for something that can do everything and it's reliable, it's consistent, it doesn't take up a huge footprint. I mean, it does have wheels in the front, but it is a pretty heavy treadmill, so you're probably not gonna wanna move it around a whole bunch. It's not foldable. It, however, is, like I said, it does give you the aesthetic. I love what this looks like. Oh, most important. Whereas a lot of treadmills have DC motors, this has an AC motor. Now, AC, what's that mean? The same motors that you'll see at commercial gyms, this has a 4.0 commercial grade motor. That means it can take multiple users. So if you're using this thing for heavy usage situations, marathon prep, ultra prep, whatever have you, this thing can do it versus some of those other ones, meh. Right? And like I said, it's just a regular plug-in, plug out. I can't think of a better treadmill that I've used personally. So Team Best Shape of Lives, Team West Indies, you know, like I try to make sure you guys know what I'm on. This is gonna help me get to Chicago, better believe. And I appreciate you guys tuning in. We out.